Hello everybody, welcome back to another episode of Just So I am playing Final Fantasy XIV. I just remembered that I was supposed to do something off camera, but I totally forgot about it. So we're gonna do this on camera then. So technically there's only quests, like the only place that I haven't done the normal quests from is Northern Thanalan. However, doing certain quests may unlock getting different quests. So these two over here, Waking the Spirit, I think both of these require me to have crafters, which I don't have. So we're gonna just kind of ignore that for now. Let's go to Southern Thanalan and see if there's anything over there. Boom, boom, boom. Let's see. There's no other quest. I remember there being a quest down here, but I think it may unlock like after you do maybe even the patches. Could be a thing. Then we have Horizon, where I know that I'll have a couple of quests in the Waking Sand, but those are a little bit more involved than just your regular old side quests. So we're first going to go and do Northern Thanalan, and then we're going to go back to Western and see how many of those quests I can do. Of course I go to the wrong place. Bum, ba da ba ba. Alright. As you speak, our garrison prepares to march, leaving the watchtowers undermanned. Yet we mustn't let the Guardians out of our sight, nor forget we are in theirs. Thus, I would ask you to stand sentry, and see to it our flags fly high for all to see. Spiraling Path. These names. The key to victory is the element of surprise, and the key to surprise is secrecy. We don the guises of miners to cloak our supply movements from the Guardian Sentinels. The last shipment to leave us, however, appears to be short a crate of arms, which could prove an unfortunate surprise for the brigade expecting it. The troop makes its way to the eastern watchtower. It is my hope you might catch them and deliver these scimitars. Sure, bro. Got you covered. Remote flame standard. Standing watch, oh boy. So this is what I'm doing now, huh? At these 3 friggin' places I need to stand here for an eternity. Oh well, nobody said that the side quests were good. Although I have been enjoying their dialogue though. Some of them especially. Nani? As Fiend Dublin. There we go. One more. I'm also pleasantly, like, happy with this this monkey climber. For ninja, I'm probably gonna do something else, but I don't know quite yet. But there's still a lot of like dungeons and other things which allow me to get some more gear. So, as you can place here, we are miners hauling a load of ore, and we haven't time for small talk. It's one of these blades is presented to each of the Immortal Flames infantry in a simple wooden box lined with velvet. Ah, these scimitars were supposed to be part of the load. Congratulations. Cracked fist, wow. And so your watch ends. Mayhap you spied only Dublins, but who can say what unseen terrors might have assailed us where you're not there to keep watch. So long as we stand in the shadow of Castle Meridianum, we must remain ever vigilant. Danger lurks near Dolomite's talons as the wind whispers the presence of grenades. No petty pest to purge, but the price of pain pays a price. Whoa. Grenade clause. While I'm unfamiliar with the reagent's exact medical effect, I do know it serves to pacify my alchemists, an effect alone I deem valuable. And we will certainly need salves in the days ahead. When you have slain the grenades and collected its claw, or the grenade and collected its claw, I would ask you to deliver it to Memezofu directly. I'm relieved you have returned safely to us, and that the weapons will reach their destination unhindered. Movements to and around the borderlands of Thanalan fall under constant scrutiny. One misstep could spark a fire that will consume all the realm. Right. I could actually take a look at the gear that they're giving me, see if there's like any glamour things that I might be interested in. It's also interesting that this one is called Reborn's Push. Waiting. Waiting. Grenade! Yeah, no. Oh, I ain't gonna let you do that, buddy. Let's get myself a grenade claw. No, I'm afraid this won't do it all. How is one to perform alchemy without reagents? I cannot simply make something out of nothing. Let's see, claws are thought to contain the same flammable gases found in the bodies of void-sent grenades. Therefore, extreme caution is recommended when handling. Ah yes, a grenade claw, and just when I'd run out. Good to know my pleas to Ruffled were not entirely in vain. I shall tend to the task of formulating potions at once. On behalf of the several lives you've saved bringing me this, I thank you. It's either because you have this. I also made this like really big so it's easier for me to see. I don't have these, but those are actually like... These ones are pretty dang nice though. And I can dye them too. Yeah, like white. Yeah, I'll take these raptor skin boots. I formulated the potions as promised, but little good will they do will they do the world sitting here. Skirmishes with the Guardians grow more frequent by the day, and with them grows the number of needless casualties. I do not claim we might save every soldier, but every life lost to a wound less than fatal is to be lamented. Help my wounds. What exactly Memezofu was thinking when blending together every potion on his person? Wait, what? What exactly Memezofu was thinking when blending together every potion on his person? We shall never know. I've tasted better. It's a fool who grabs about a swig that saves his life. Spicy brew could be none other than Memezofu's. I'll be sure to thank him when next I see him. Ah, the pain! The pain! Get a load of this. I'm not quite dead. I think I could pull through. The light grows dark. I don't want to die. Get a load of this. Yes, my strength returns! I will not pass into the keepings of Thal this day! And off he goes. Oh, damn Guardians. Bless your soul. I thought I was done for. Whenever I see like anybody saying like I'm dying or whatever in the game, it's like, help, I'm dying. Freaking meme. Right, hello. The alchemists know life to be a fragile thing, a precarious matrix of that is a word. Exigencies and resolutions soon together by the delicate threads of time. Fate determines the value of a life-saving potion, and to the soldiers you saved, yours was the merciful hand of fate. I was once a fighting man, like those you saved today, but alas, no guardian spirit visited me in my hour of need. My contributions to the battlefield have been since confined to those which I concoct here in my laboratory. Yet I take solace in saving others from such a fate as mine, and it is by your brave hands that I am able to do so. Now what do you have? Woolen things. Then these are water skin things. The skirt does look nice though. But I think it would be difficult to... I think this would be difficult to mix with other things. Well, maybe not actually. Sure, I'll take it. I'm loath to ask more of one who has already done so much, but rarely do I chance to meet such a reliable adventurer. The winds of change blow constantly here on the floor, fanning the flames of war to burn ever brighter, ever faster than my stock of reagents. In particular, I have urgent need of Ahriman corneas at the moment, and I fear I have no other I can ask. Might I trouble you to procure these for me? Slay Ahrimans and obtain their corneas. Good old Ahriman. Ahriman! There we go. Magnificent, precisely the reagent I requested. Its appearance is far more appetizing, I'll give you, but trust is far from appetizing, I'll give you, but trust that its medicinal efficacy, why are you using these words, more than makes up for it. Let's see. The thin, transparent layers of skin which covers the eye of a void-sent Ahriman. This small sample shall suffice to synthesize a goodly amount of coagulant, which serves to stem bleeding. I can not but hope that an end to the bloodshed comes before an end to the salve. There we go. And that is everything in the northern Tanlan? Yeah, Tanalan. Instead of old Blackberry, Tanalan. Okay, I'm gonna go and take a look at that one materia quest because I'm still, like, I'm not 100% sure if I can do it, but I don't know. Let's just go and grab the quest and see what it has to. See what it has to say. Can always just abandon the quest. Which I think I may do if I can't finish it. Kokosamu. Really made this, friend. Have you ever found yourself in an unfortunate situation where your pockets were near to bursting with all manner of materia, save for the sorts you wanted the most? Well, I have, and I tell you, it felt like I'd brought a sack full of fishing poles to a gold mine. Now, I ask you, what if there was a way to melt down a couple of pieces of materia that were availing you not, and mold them into a shiny new piece that Nemea Willen just might strike your fancy? This most handy procedure is something we like to call shifty making. Rather, that's what Master Mutamix calls it. Myself, I've coined the term transmutation, which I'm hoping might find favor with adventurers like yourself. How's it well work, you ask? I could tell you, but why ask the student when you can learn from the master? You'll find Mutamix right over there, likely jumping out of his boots looking to trade tongue flaps by the discovery. Mutamix bubbly pots. Pushko. Uplander seeks knowledge of shifting making, yes? Then Uplander should make open ears to tongue flaps of Mutamix. Process of shifting making is of big help use. First, be taking 5 neat knot materia, yes? Melty mix this one, Mixy melt that one, squeeze and squash the big eyes. What the fuck? 5 neat knot are reborn as one shiny new. Shuko. I'm gonna not do these sounds. But shifty making is not simple like crafting making. Knowing of shifty making are much and many, and Uplander's brain case, though big, for Uplander is small. Uplander need not make worry face. If Uplander has many need not materia, bring them to Tentering. Mutamix will shift make for Uplander. Yes. Mutamix will perform materia transmutation for you at any time, free of charge. Bring the goblin 5 pieces of unwanted materia, and he will transmute them into a single new piece to use as you see fit. That said, material transmutation remains an inexact science. As for what manner of material will emerge each time Mutamix works his wonders, not even the goblin genius himself can say. That seems like an ineffective thing, really. Doesn't seem like the best thing. Right, there's no. I was about to say, like, let me go and teleport over to Vesper Bay, and it's like, oh wait. It's a lot of sound from a plane right there. Right. But yeah, there is no teleport to Vesper Bay. Who'd have thunk it? So, Absolutely Glamorous is a quest which I can only grab when I am, or have, some kind of a crafter, which I do not at the moment. But once again, we will get to that after I'm done with a lot of the other things. Right. There's also quests inside the Waking Sands, by the way. Ghost of Amdapor. If you don't mind my saying, it seems to me you've been wanting for a stimulation of late. Aye, the air of torpor about you is quite palpable. Adventurers are as next of kin to explorers, my friends. Like us, you need regular doses of excitement, else you're going to shrivel up and die. I would hate to see that happen to you. So I will tell you, give me a moment. I will tell you of a place that will surely set your heart racing. Amdapor Keep. It is a ruined fortress situated in the South Shroud, dated back to the 5th Astral Era. If thought of delving into the past sets your loins afire, the keep will surely serve to quench it. The entrance is watched by a wood whaler named Maxine. Give her my name and she will tell you all you need to know. And there's also the weaponsmith of legend. How fares the adventuring of late? Your gear holding up against the rigor of the trade? Make no mistake, my friends, the quality of your weapon may well prove the difference between life and death. If you're serious about such things, there's someone I can introduce you to. Her name is Rowena, and she's a collector of all manner of rare artifacts. She just might have something in stock to suit your martial prowess. Rowena used to do business in Ul'dah, but has since relocated to Revenant's Toll, so as to be nearer to the ancient ruins from which she derives her livelihood. Should you ever reason to go there, you do well to pay her a call. Hello, Aline. Trauma Queen. Heard you're in the same trade. You're no better shape than me, though. A mishap at the Wanderer's Palace nearly dipped me in, but boy, was it worth it. The calamity drained near half the water from Bronze Lake, and there it was, an ancient temple of Oshan. Why is it called a palace then? Beats me. Just went in looking for the treasure, me and my feller. It's like a dream, that's what it was like. Water hadn't done a thing. There were gold-framed mirrors, bright as the moon, gazed upon ourselves draped in chains of pearls, or in pearl, dancing on a floor of marble and malachite, like a king and queen, me and my feller. A daring-do adventure like yourself wouldn't say no to a chance like that now, would ya? Tell you what, go down to the docks west of Camp Bronze Lake and talk to Abezi Charazi. Used to be a boon companion of mine. He'll ferry you to the palace. Right. Let me go see what quests I can get in the Waking Sands. Pray return to the Waking Sands! Let's see, because we have the main quest and then a couple of side quests. Red riptides in the wind, and brave yourself for the coming storm. Learned as much when I sailed as Yellow Jacket I. The wisdom of the seas has served me just as well on land. The beast types are a storm in the brewing, and neither the science nor the city-states can allow themselves to be caught unawares. Nay, we must strike first and nip the storm in the bud. I'd start with the kobolds. Reckon they've grown a bit too big for their breeches of late. One more thing I learned as a Yellow Jacket is that your ship is only as steady as your crew. Before taking on the kobolds, have a mind to round up some new allies. In Camp Overlook you'll find a crew of pirates who have given up pillaging and plundering, and now fly the flag in the Maelstrom. I'd bring them on board to fight the kobold menace, but I've a notion that an honest plea from yourself would be more convincing. Might you travel to Camp Overlook and speak to Commander Bloedin in my stead? You'd be doing us a great service, huh? Into the Valley of the Skull. I call upon you as a fellow scion, to assist our allies in meeting a mutual objective. The Maelstrom needs every sword it can summon to stifle the Zahag in advance. I implore you to journey to Camp Skull Valley, discuss the matter with Falk Breda, and render what remedy you can. So basically these are 3 things that will send you to all 3 of the regions to deal with the beast tribe stuffs. My dear friends, Aiba and Iwuli, yeah sure, came to the science with a burning passion to deliver this realm from darkness, a passion that I could never muster. They fought bravely and with honor, until they could fight no more. Me, I was never worth much on the battlefield. I wanted nothing more than to one of my fallen comrades to carry on their fight, but how? One day it struck me, I may be woefully lacking on the battlefield. But my mind is sharp enough, I resolved to plot a course of action and recruit capable allies to our cause. One thing is clear to me, we can ill afford to be distracted by the beast tribes with more ominous storm clouds gathering on the horizon. To that end, we may find strong and loyal allies to quell the beastman menace. You are familiar with the Yu, perhaps? A tribe of fearsome hunters and huntresses. I'm convinced that they may prove invaluable allies in battle against the Amalja. If only they could be won over. The Yu respect strength above all. I fear they'd sooner gut me than listen to my tale. But if you spoke, they would listen. I'm certain of it. And so I ask, friend, travel to Forgotten Springs and speak with the Uod nun in my stead. Okay, and then Urianje has primal fear. Let's go and... I'm gonna see though, because these will all unlock different... Just a lot of these things will unlock different things. Who would have thunk it? Let's just go and do them and we'll see where it takes me. Because this probably takes me... like unlocks more quests for me. I think. Right. Hello. The Slayer of Titan returns. The Slayer seeks something of the Yu, yes? What is that? What is it that you seek? So you would have us join your fight against the Amalja. The Yu do not care for the lizardmen, this is true, but the Yu fight no battles with our own. That is what my that's what my tribesmen will say. I am not unwilling to help you, but I know you better than they. As we level up, next up, let's go and run around as Black Mage. Hello. What's it to you? The word of the nun is law. Those who turn a deaf ear to the nun, they will no longer have ears. I could order my tribe to fight for you. That would be good for you, yes? But would it be good for the Yu? That is my question. You have proven yourself to me, but to many of the Yu, you are just another outsider. If you would earn their trust, you will do it yourself. Speak to my tribesmen and hear with your own ears how they feel about you. You fight whom we want to fight, or when we want to fight. Is this so difficult for an outsider to understand? Rude. Join your fight. Why would you help an outsider when we have problems of our own? Another plane. Another really loud plane. Jesus. I answer to the nun and none other. Begone, outsider. There's no place for you. I've heard tales of your strength. Yet, if you are so strong, why do you not fight your own battles? You have returned, but I would ask you to leave me. I am first and foremost known to my people, and their needs concern me more than yours. Wow. Outsider, I told you to... You would help the Yu. You outsiders puzzle me. But I would be fool to refuse your aid. I'm told that some of my tribeswomen have ambushed and captured by have been ambushed and captured by the lizardmen. If rumors are true, they bear grave wounds. The Yu are no strangers to death, but to die without a fair fight, that is no way for a Yu to die. I ask you not to rescue them. If they truly are Yu, their pride will not allow it. Ease their wounds with this self, and they will take care of themselves. Ah, and now I get these. Now I get that quest unlocked, I see. I see now. Zombies are people too, you know. God, sooner die than admit defeat to the lizardmen. Traditional blend of herbs and sandworm blubber used by the warriors of the U tribe to soothe battle-weary joints and muscles. Target's not in range, of course. Thank you, friend. I'll not forget this debt. Watch yourself, stranger. Wounded or not, my claws are still sharp. I know not why you helped me, but I thank you. Urgh, pain. Thank you, stranger. By your kindness, I live to fight another day. The missing three have returned, and returned with lizardmen heads. You're a true friend to the U, outsider. That was quick, eh? The U are a proud people. It's not easy for us to express gratitude, to outsiders most of all, but those you saved would speak to you. Do them the favor of hearing their words. Oh, hello. They told me you were strong, but now I've seen with my own eyes. I would be honored to do battle by your side. I don't know your scions from a hole in the ground, but your friends are my friends, and your enemies are my enemies. Let us crush the beastmen together. I said I was lizard grub for sure when you came to my rescue. Or say we crack some lizard skulls together. It gave me back my strength and my honor. This is a kindness I must repay. Should you require my aid, you have it. I trust you have heard the answers you seek. The U do not open their hearts to outsiders easily, but those bonds we do form are that much stronger. To protect our freedom and our newfound friends, the U will fight this battle. Return and tell your science companions that the strength of the U is with them. Go in safety. I know that you will always be welcome here. Well, there you go. Easy peasy. Another plane. Flying ridiculously low. What the fuck? Some kind of military exercise again, I guess. Right. I remember this quest being a little bit annoying. I'm sorry. I suppose you don't speak Samblish. You'll have to forgive me. I've been feeling awfully depressed of late. And why shouldn't I? What with you and your friends always trying to hack me limb from limb? Why, it's as if my running malodorous flesh and propensity for snacking on adventurer brains as maybe some sort of pariah. The only ones who ever treated me with any decency were my sabotender friends, and I haven't seen them in ages. My best friend among them was spirited away when we were strolling through the shroud. I do hope he's safe. Right, Sabotendric. Are you ready to go and talk to Sabotenders and then go back to this dude and then go back and find another Sabotender and then go back again? That's what this quest is. So I hope you're ready. Because it's not particularly fun. But it does give you a nice minion. Now, speaking of minions, I've been wondering. What minions do I have? I don't have that much. I do have the Torajiro, sorry. Hello, Sabotendric. Yeah, report to Hab. Yeah, I remember this. Oh boy. Boy. The fun we will have. Running back and forth. At least we get a Cactuar minion. That is something. I kind of want to check something though. How does it actually look when you combine these two together? This is ridiculous. This is actually ridiculous. Alright, Hab. My dear friend Sabatendrick has just returned. It was you that found him. Why, you must be the kindest adventurer I've ever met. I promise I won't eat your brains unless you're the last adventurer in Eorzea. Perhaps you could track down my other Sabatender friends as well. Sabatendrick disappeared while we were on an excursion to La Noche. Sabatendrick, sorry. Do you think it's my body odor? Could be one of the many things. Why somebody wouldn't want to run around with, you know, a dead man. God dang it. Oh. Also, I think I will just go and accept these quests that are a Cobalt Initiative and... Oh, it's Trauma Queen over here, I see. Then a Western Nosh into the Valley of Skull. Just go and accept those and not do them. Except for unlocking the Wondrous Palace. Right, Sabatendret. Huh? Exclamation point. Run, my boy, run. Let me also go and talk to Bloodin. Adventure, eh? With a message from Slavsburn, you say? Eh? A preemptive strike to take the wind out of the Cobalt sails before they can mount an attack? And should recruit old buccaneers like us for the effort? This when even Admiral Merlewhip has her hands full with the damn beasts. Why, that's either the most barnacle-brained idea I've heard, or the most bloody brilliant. Gah-ha-ha-ha. I'll confess I had my doubts when I heard she was leaving the Yellow Jackets, but I see that wench is as salty a sea dog as ever. Why, this should prove most interesting. Well, there you go. So now this, like, chain of quests is unlocked. Let me go over here and unlock the Wondrous Palace. Stretch again, because stretching is good. At least it feels good. Now, when it comes to, like, dungeon stuff, I think I'm gonna have to do, like, a lot of level 50 dungeons. Yeah. You're one of Elaine's, aren't you? That one's got a ghost in her attic, you know? Keep sending other adventures to that damn place she calls a palace. Thinking you're going to bring your feller back. 'Twas 7 of us that day. One of them, her feller. My best friend was another. As soon as we walked in, a Tomberry attacked. It was dark and we couldn't get perched on the floor, for it was covered in lake slime, then in blood. What's more to say? What more's there to say? Only Elaine and I made it out by the grace of the 12. Everyone else was dead. Think I'd leave him behind. Leave my brother by another blood. If I hadn't seen what the Tomberry left, I saw no treasure there, only death. I've said my piece. Still want to see for yourself? That's your business. I'll ferry you there. For my adventure days are over, and I'm the boatman for this lake. She thinks they all live, you see. All 5 of them hiding from the Tomberry somewhere in the palace. She tried to flee the infirmary. She told folks about her friends needing rescuing, and she got sly. Poor lost Elaine. That's all the cool stuff, but none of it is actually useful. The Wondrous Palace is now accessible. Right. There are different ways that I can deal with this. I'm gonna go and change something over here. I'm going to put basically the order of the jobs that I have at the moment, like this. And then Monk. And then Dragoon. Ninja. Bard. Black Mage and Summoner. And I'm basically going to go through this order. whenever I do dungeons. I'm going to begin with doing one as a paladin, then one as a warrior, then a white mage, then scholar, then monk, and so on and so forth. Let's see if we can do this one. It is 35 minutes though, but whatever. It can be a longer episode. Not like that matters too much. Right. The Wondrous Palace was still a dungeon that you could enter earlier, but by the time you're level 50, you're at Castle Meridianum or the Praetorium, so... Now, I don't really know how long this is going to take, though, for it to pop, so... Let's go over to this place. So we can go finish up that quest. And then we'll go back to Hab. While we wait for our dungeon to pop. If you've come seeking Fall, Bread of the Maelstrom, congratulations, you have found her. Although, I suppose in truth it is I who have been seeking you. Camp Skull Lake overlooks the Hagen 4, the sea sucking hordes right under her bony nose. We are the dam against the rising tide of savagery. Good. And I will be back for you guys later on. But first, the truly important thing, and that is Hab. Bum bum bum. Bum bum bum. I am very unsure how long this is gonna take though, for me to pop a dungeon. I did some little DPS, I guess. Hello, Hab. Joy of joys, Sub-Attendant returned just moments ago. He assured me that he merely got lost, and I smell just fine. At least that's what I think he meant to say. Why, that leaves only Sub-Attendant. It was always the shy, retiring type. He was relaxing in his favorite pot when it was stolen away by a band of Amalja Brigads. Could you find him for me? Oh, and take this fire sand, just in case he's stuck inside. Bum. Bum, 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 bum. Yeah, I'm gonna ask somebody to see if they want to join. Well, should I though? No, I think I will. I also only just noticed something which is bothering me a lot, like only a tiny bit. There we go. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum. There we go. He's here. We go withdraw. Invite your boy. Still gonna go in as a paladin because that was the idea. Right, I'm going to do a ready check just to make sure that he's good to go. Is he tanking? Really? Ba-da-ba-ba-ba-bum. Ba-ba-ba-ba-bum. Bum bum bum. Ba-ba-ba-bum. Bum bum. Ba-ba-boom. Bum bum. Bum bum boom. Ba-bum bum bum. Ba-bum. Ba-ba-ba. Ba-bum. Ba-ba-ba. Ba-ba-ba-ba. It's almost as if I've listened to this stuff way too long. Bum, ba, 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 da, da, dum. Alright. So we also get ourselves a little cutscene. For the first time in a long time. Ba-da-dum. Ba-da-dum. Right. We're also gonna get Allegan tomestones from this dungeon. Okay. I'm just gonna go this way because those dudes are not gonna give a shit. And then there are 2 tom bears which are going to give a shit and follow us, so. I'm gonna try not to pull too much because my item level is on the lower side. So I think I'll just go and stop over here. Alright. Also, this is the dungeon where you can get the final enemies for the Maelstrom hunting log. Or the Grand Company one. I'm not sure if it's like different for every Grand Company. That would be a little bit of a weird thing in my humble opinion. Just gonna stop over here again because I feel like I'm taking a lot of damage. Who knows, I might even get like better gear in here, but I don't think so. I think item level 90 is like the... Well, no. I could sink down to item level 110, so... I may be able to get like higher item level gear in here than what I currently have. Which would be pretty dang nice. Not going to lie. Alright. Reprise all the bitches. And keep hitting him with the magnificent AoEs with my huge freaking sword. Which does not change my range at all. It just looks cool. Ah, space is so cool. Keeper of the Halidom is another one. Actually, no. Oh. I think it may be different for every Grand Company then, because I seem to remember having the Keeper of the Halidom instead of the Bavrois for my hunting log when I originally did this. That's interesting. This boss doesn't really do that much. He does like a sucking attack. And if you then are like around him basically, then you will get a poison debuff, but it's not super significant, so people usually don't care. And then the sneeze gives you reduced immunity, which means that you're gonna take like reduced healing, which is a pain. But these are all buffs, like debuffs that you can just remove by using Esuna, so... This is level 55 gear. Okay. So very much not not better. Oopsie. Alright. Next stop. So we destroy the Tom Bears and you need to get the oil flasks. Lantern oil from their corpses. And use it to open up the rusted Nemean devices. Right. And then don't forget about this one. This is honestly like the more I would say like the more confusing part of the dungeon. It's like this particular room. Because there's a lot of different ways you can go, but there's honestly like only one correct way to go. The switch that is in this room, the Nemean device, you can just activate. And then you can just move on. That is if you want to, of course. You can also just stay and kill the enemies and then continue going. These giant tomberries, they will just chase you and stab you. They're untargetable, unhittable, so... they're just there as a freaking stage hazard, basically. Which is really annoying, and I don't like it. But, whatever. Okay. Here we go. Let me go and pull them over this way. I'm gonna use arm's length. Gotta watch. Oh god. I was really low in health for a moment because the Tomberry decided to stab me too. And oh, he's getting stabbed. Jesus. Poor boy. Getting bullied by Tomberries. Right, and somebody is dealing with the rusted Nemean device. I have one more piece of lantern oil left. Mercenary slots, what do they look like? Remove that. Meh. Let's go and open up this one. And then we can move on. That is basically the scariest part of the dungeon done. From this point onward, nothing is too scary, really. And here is the giant Bavarois. Or however the hell you say it. Seneca is just a big old slime boy. All of these smaller ones give you, like all three of these give you like a different debuff. So if you kill them fast enough, then you won't have to deal with the debuff, otherwise, well, you will have to deal with the debuff. Aside from that, at some point, the giant Bavarois also decides to say fuck you, and he's gonna like target a random party member and just start attacking that party member. There we go. You're unable to receive all the company seals. That's weird. Am I seriously already full on company seals now? That's a little bit annoying. Let me go and do this. Get all of these boys. So now we're gonna do like a really big pull. That's basically what we're doing now. Okay, and all of these boys have been gathered. I can pull them back because the ranged ones won't move towards me. Let's go and use arm's length in combination with reprisal, which should be enough to deal with a lot of the damage coming in. And more lantern oil. And also more gear. Some daggers which I don't care about. Since all of the gear is like not item level 90 or higher, it's not really that important for me. Mapping the realm, the Wanderer's Palace. Time for another cutscene. Don't you get to fight the Tomberry King. Bum, bum, bum. So, what are the mechanics of this boss? I wish I knew. I in any case know that there's a lot of other Tomberries. If you kill the smaller Tomberries, it will give the Tomberry King more stacks of Rancor. And I think the stacks of Rancor either just increase his base damage or the damage of a certain attack. But yeah, it probably increased the attack of like everyone's grudge. That's like sharpened knife. And Rancor is enhancing the potency of certain attacks. Yeah. Everyone's grudge is also a thing that does more damage depending on how many you have killed. I'm pretty dang sure. And then Sharpened Knife increases the damage of the next like skill that he uses. As far as I'm aware. Meanwhile, I'm getting my throat stabbed. There we go. Bobby, Bobby. We did it. That Lalafell with an afro and a mustache. That's a freaking amazing look. I love that. Blah 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 blah. I don't really need this. What does this even look like? Sure, I'll take that. Nicer. Cool. Okay. I think I may want to like unlock the next dungeon then, since I'm already in a group with somebody who wants to help me. Yeah. Also, what the hell is happening on Raiden and freaking Odin? This is another Odin. I've seen him so many times already. What the fuck? What's happening? First I don't see him for like an ungodly amount of time, and then suddenly he's just always there. Right. Mix in. You're at Nerdic's recommendations. Then you must not be without skill. That said, it is my duty to warn you of the dangers that await. This fortress was built by the Amdapori, an ancient people who rose to power upon arcane knowledge. During the heyday of their civilization, they built magnificent structures such as this. Alas, that splendor has long faded into memory, and so the keep has become a lair for the Lamps of Dalamut, a doomsday cult. Some of the cultists have even succeeded in summoning Voidsent, and we Wood Waders welcome capable adventurers who would be willing to keep their numbers in check. Right. Quest complete. Right. So, my friends, I do think we're going to go and do this particular dungeon in the next episode. So I hope you enjoyed this episode of this. I was playing Final Fantasy XIV, and next episode we're going to go and begin with Amdapor Keep, and then continue with our side quest shenanigans. Goodbye.